Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome into the News 10 Plus desk where me and Rochelle, we're a little matchy-matchy today.
Yes, we are. Green and green. Feeling lucky?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You're
Why
lucky.
not? Have a great week. And it's the color of Studio 10.
Yeah, we should look at that. Exactly. So we've got a lot of great things in store today. And one of them is a 10-year-old CEO.
Wait, what?
Yes. He calls himself the Cookie Professor. Exactly. And he's coming into Studio 10 today, and he's going to give us all these wonderful cookies and talk to us about what it's like being 10, running a business, being a CEO, an entrepreneur, plus still going to school at the same time, and what are his keys to doing that.
This is a lucky Tuesday. We get to hear about cookies and a 10-year-old CEO. That's incredible.
Yeah.
How does he have time for all that? She.
You got to find out. 3 p.m., you got to find out.
Okay.
But yes, he's adorable. His name is Aiden. He's from Detroit, and he sells cookies, and it is so heartwarming when you get a chance to hear from him.
Aww.
So yes, I found him online, and I was like, oh, this boy, he's got Studio 10 written all over him. He's got millionaire, written all over him.
Oh, okay.
The green. What did we tell you? All about the green, okay? But we're going to see him today. Plus, also speaking of students, you know, it is back to school season.
Yes.
And a lot of times as parents, as excited as they are and they want to see their kids head into the school bus and all that kind of stuff, they also sometimes want to be a little bit safer when we're posting things about our children online and what classroom, what teacher, what school they're going to. So we've got a few safety tips to make sure your children at home are safe as possible as they head into the school year.
That, and also I know a lot of people take pictures of their children on their front doorstep, and if you have an address posted on there,
even the number will kind of give it away.
Yeah, make sure you're careful.
So we're going to give you some of those safety tips at the very top of the show as well. Plus, we are just 3 days away from the annual Sun-Dried Music Festival. 14 years in the making. You know how much people love that festival. And what I keep finding more and more is that a lot of these big major community events are all volunteer run.
Oh.
People aren't being paid to do this. And that just shows you how much the people in Mesa and how much the people across our community are really about building it and lifting it from the inside up. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
And they're like that 10-year-old CEO where they don't just volunteer for these different festivals. They have their own work to go to. They have their own family to take care of. So they're all over the place. So it's much appreciated that they do all of these things for our communities.
Absolutely. And with the 5,000 people that are lined up to see this fest, it's very, it's amazing to see the amount of work that goes into it. So, and also, of course, we'll have somebody come in and talk to us about that, about how you guys can get there as well. But also we'll have a Studio 10 performance on our Studio 10 stage from a certain someone. Won't tell you who. You got to find out at 3 p.m. But he's actually a Studio 10 alumni. He's been here before, but this time he's got his guitar, he's got his tunes, he's got the vocals.
I was like, are we going to hear you sing? I want to hear you sing. Please.
Not today. No, thank you.
Okay.
But maybe
Soon,
in the future.
Okay. I want to hear your beautiful voice. I like hearing
I like hearing yours. Your fabulous voice at 4 p.m. You star anchor you are. Yes.
Love you.
But we've got that and so much more. And again, if you miss it, I understand. It's a beautiful day outside. But we always want you guys to tune in. But just in case, you can always head to WILX Studio 10 on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram. Subscribe, like us, so this way you never miss a single segment. Or sometimes if you need to watch it back and kind of, what were those notes again? Especially about those school safety notes. If you want to learn more about who's going to be at the annual Sun-Dried Music Fest, all of that will be online.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Rochelle. Mwah. We will see you coming up at 3 o'clock today. Again, here is all their socials, and we made it easier on this graphic. So now you get to see, boom, right there. You don't get confused with where do we find their different social media handles. It's all the same, WILX Studio 10. All right, well, we're going to bring Deanna Giles up here in just a second, talking about what she has coming up during our 90 minutes of news, and there she is, right on cue. All right, we'll give her a second to put on the microphone. But again, make sure that you are checking out Studio 10. I am going to give you a live look outside before heading out to Deanna. We're going to show you Michigan State University, and perfect timing, Chris Schultz is joining us from East Lansing. Hello, Chris. Happy Tuesday. And it is beautiful outside. You have those cool, crisp fall temperatures getting you in the 70 degrees today. But I'm sure I haven't been outside yet. I'm sure it's like a nice warm feel, but you still might want a light jacket with you. We'll talk to Deanna in a second to see how she was outside. But yes, make sure that you were checking that out. Deanna, how was it?
I'm laughing because I wish it was a little warmer, but it's actually it's got a breeze outside.
Ooh,
the sun is out though. It's like peeking in and out.
Little
And
peekaboo.
it's, yeah. And it's like we've got these like fall temperatures right now, so
And you
not
get your
as warm.
jacket on.
Because you know it's freezing in the newsroom, y'all. Like it's always freezing in here. But yes, so no, I was out there though talking to a parent about AI in the schools.
Ooh.
So artificial intelligence. We all love that word, don't we?
AI this, AI that. Watch
I
out for
know.
AI.
But you know, obviously, we can't dismiss the downsides of using AI with cheating and everything. But this story is more so on how you can use AI to be more successful
Ooh,
and using it more effectively,
I like that.
not in the cheating realm of things.
Yes.
I'll be I talked with a tech company, and I'll also be talking with an MSU professor who's going to talk about how you can effectively use AI when it comes to like tutoring. Like the company I spoke with, they provide AI tutors. But the good thing about it is, I don't want to give it all away, but what makes it unique is that they actually work with educators, like
Oh, wow.
teachers and professors and all of that stuff.
So it's legit.
Yes, it's legit. You know where the information's coming from. You know it's accurate, and that's basically the biggest concern when it comes to AI.
Yeah.
So I'll be talking more about that, and that's coming up on News 10 at 5:30.
All right, News 10 at 5:30. We'll make sure to tune in then. And thank you, Tia. Got a little tongue twister up there. All right, well, keep that jacket on. I'm not sure if you have to head back outside, but
I do. I'm actually heading to MSU, so hopefully it's not too crazy. I know it's move-in day, so we'll see.
good luck. Take it slow out there. There's construction going out on the roadways, but yes, thank you, Deanna. We'll see you coming up News 10 at 5:30. But like she was saying, it is move-in day for Michigan State University students. I have a couple brothers there myself. Go green. And then also sharing how you want to watch out for those construction zones. Take it slow on campus for everyone moving in. There are so many students, thousands and thousands of MSU students, and not only them, but also you talk about the faculty, the teachers moving back on campus as well if they don't have a place nearby, or maybe they're moving back in. Whatever the case is, take it slow around Michigan State's campus going forward, and you should always be careful, right? But there's going to be a lot of congestion, we'll put it that way, happening over this next week because they start classes on Monday, August 26th. And so you're probably going to be seeing a lot of people, cars, pedestrians in East Lansing. So again, take your time. If you're wondering why there are so many people outside, that is why. So again, just taking you a live look over MSU right now, and I'll try to show you a couple of other live cams here. We'll take you to Mason to see what it's looking like out in that direction. And if you're looking for more information into your first alert forecast, you've probably been hearing our meteorologists say it's like a rinse and repeat forecast for the first part of this week and majority of this week, experiencing those fall-like temperatures. And then heading into next week and starting this weekend, we'll be warming up starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday is when we get into the 80 degrees, low to mid 80s. So that summer weather isn't done yet. We will be having that back in our forecast happening by the end of this week and into next week. But for now, you have those fall-like, cool, crisp temperatures where you probably want a light jacket or a light sweatshirt with you. Again, breezy conditions, and you're seeing that with Mason's Skycam right now, taking a look a little bit into the distance. You're seeing the American flag and all the other flags just waving about. So again, it's a little breezy out there, and you heard Deanna Giles saying she was out there as well, and it's a little chilly with that. But otherwise, that sun is feeling warm and cozy. So again, just make sure you're keeping an eye on the temperatures and you're staying prepared as you head out the door today. I'll try to give you a few more live looks across mid-Michigan before we turn to what we have coming up during our 90 minutes of news, which also has a tie-in with Michigan State University. Big talkers right there. Right now we're taking a live look over downtown Lansing, where I know Lansing Community College is also getting ready to head back to school. Lots of talks around that as well. And then we'll take you to US 127 because I know as people are moving up for move-in today, there's probably going to be some construction as well, or congestion, and with the construction, the two C's. So just take your time out on the roadways. It looks like traffic is slowing down a little bit in that one lane for US 127. Yeah, the cars are going a lot slower than the other lane. All right, usually traffic's moving fine, but again, with Michigan State University students moving back in, watch out for all of that traffic, and especially the added layer with construction. So you've got a few things going on. Luckily, there is good temperatures and weather, so you don't have to worry about all of that rain or anything. It's staying clear, staying dry, heading throughout the rest of this week. And make sure that you're tuning into Studio 10 coming up at 3 o'clock today. We're going to share a lot more on that. But real quick, I'm going to share what we have coming up during our 90 minutes of news. We got some things to get to here. Coming up, News 10 at 5, the Michigan State Board of Education is making a plea with lawmakers to add to the mental health budget for Michigan schools. So coming up on News 10 at 5, Riley Connell tells us where mid-Michigan schools say they still have a need for mental health support and how changes in funding might impact them. News 10 at 5:30, the FBI has announced a nationwide effort raising awareness of frauds and scams impacting the public. Hear more on what the Bureau is calling Take a Beat, an effort that urges the public to resist pressure from scammers and assess the situation to avoid becoming a victim. Then News 10 at 6, former President and GOP nominee Donald Trump is in Howell today. Our very own Jordan Burrell is there as he speaks at the Livingston County Sheriff's Office. She'll have more on Trump's visit, where he's speaking on crime, and hear from members of the Democratic side of the aisle. That is all coming up on News 10 at 6, plus everything else, of course, that we have coming up on News 10 today. I'm going to hop off because we have a lot more other things happening here on the News 10 Plus desk soon. So grab that jacket, enjoy the beautiful weather. Join us later today on News 10. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, Mid-Michigan.